I bet you didn't know how powerful your brain can be. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Get ready to launch your brain power into the cosmos, because today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of riddles and puzzles. We're talking about those head-scratching enigmas that have captivated minds for centuries. From ancient myths to modern-day brain teasers, we'll unravel the logic and find the satisfying aha moment together. But here's the challenge. I encourage you to engage those neurons and try to crack the code yourself. So when I present each puzzle, hit that pause button, grab a pen and paper if you need it, and see if you can outsmart the riddle. Ready to get started? Let's go. Alright, puzzle enthusiasts, let's start with a classic, the riddle of the Sphinx. This ancient enigma has puzzled minds for centuries and continues to be a favorite among riddle lovers. It's not just a test of wit, but also a journey into the depths of human understanding and mythology. This one comes straight from ancient Greek mythology, and it's a real brain twister. The Sphinx, a mythical creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human, was said to guard the entrance to the city of Thebes. She posed a riddle to travelers, and only those who answered correctly were allowed to pass. Picture this. You're a weary traveler in ancient Greece, and standing between you and the city of Thebes is a fearsome creature, the Sphinx. Her eyes gleam with intelligence and a hint of menace as she blocks your path. The stakes are high, answer her riddle correctly and you gain entry to the city. Fail and you face dire consequences. Now the Sphinx is known for its riddles, and she's not letting anyone pass without answering correctly. Her riddle is famous for its cleverness and its ability to stump even the sharpest minds. It's a test of wisdom, insight, and the ability to see beyond the obvious. Here's the riddle she poses. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? Think about it. This riddle isn't just a simple question. It's a metaphor for the human experience, encapsulating the journey of life in a few short words. What creature changes its mode of walking throughout its lifespan? The answer lies in understanding the different stages of life. From the innocence of infancy to the vigor of adulthood and the wisdom of old age, each phase is represented in this riddle. This isn't just about animals, it's about the stages of life. In the morning of life, a person crawls on all 4s as a baby. At noon they walk on 2 legs as an adult, and in the evening of life they use a cane, walking on 3 legs. It's a beautiful and profound reflection on the human condition. Take a moment, ponder the possibilities, and see if you can unlock the answer. This riddle challenges you to think deeply about the nature of life and the passage of time. It's a reminder that wisdom often comes from looking at things from a different perspective. I'll give you a few seconds to pause the video and give it some thought. Sometimes the answer is right in front of us, but we need to take a step back and consider it from a new angle. Don't rush, let your mind explore the possibilities. Don't worry, I promise not to judge if you need a little extra time. Even the most brilliant minds have been stumped by this riddle at first. It's all part of the fun and the challenge. Take your time and enjoy the process of discovery. Even the greatest minds in history have grappled with this one. Ready for the answer? The riddle of the Sphinx has fascinated philosophers, scholars, and thinkers for generations. It's a testament to the enduring power of a well-crafted puzzle. Let's find out if you cracked the code. If you guessed that the answer is a human, congratulations. You've solved one of the most famous riddles in history. Celebrate your success, and remember, the journey of solving a riddle is just as important as the solution itself. The answer to the riddle of the Sphinx is a human. Let's break it down. A baby in the morning of life crawls on all 4s, an adult at the noon of their life walks on 2 legs, and an elder in the evening of their life often uses a cane as a 3rd leg for support. The Sphinx wasn't just testing knowledge, she was testing understanding of the human experience. The riddle highlights the cyclical nature of life, from our early beginnings to our twilight years. It's a reminder that change is constant, and each stage of life has its own unique beauty and challenges. Did you figure it out? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. That's some impressive problem solving right there. If not, no worries. Sometimes the most difficult riddles are the ones that seem simple on the surface. The real joy is in the journey of unraveling the clues and expanding our thinking. Are you ready for another challenge? I thought so. Let's move on to the next mind-bending puzzle. Chapter 3. The Missing Dollar Puzzle. Alright, let's dive into a puzzle that often leaves people scratching their heads. The missing dollar. This classic conundrum has baffled many, and continues to be a favorite among puzzle enthusiasts. It's a great example of how our brains can sometimes be tricked by simple arithmetic. This one is a bit of a mathematical mystery, so get those calculators ready. You might want to jot down some notes as we go through this step by step. It's a fun exercise in logical thinking and attention to detail. Here's the scenario. 3 friends check into a hotel room. They're on a trip and decide to share a room to save some money. The hotel clerk tells them the room is $30, so each man pays $10. The clerk takes their money and they head up to their room, thinking everything is settled. But later, the clerk realizes the room should only have cost $25. He feels bad about the mistake and wants to make it right. So he calls over the bellhop and gives him $5 to return to the guests. The bellhop, being a bit crafty, realizes that $5 can't be evenly divided among 3 people. He decides to keep $2 for himself and give $1 back to each of the 3 friends. This way, he thinks he's being fair, and also getting a little tip for himself. On the way to the room, the bellhop realizes he cannot divide the money evenly. He pockets $2 and gives each guest $1 back. Now each guest has paid $9, their original $10 minus the $1 back, for a total of $27. So he pockets $2 and gives each guest $1 back. Now each guest has paid $9, their original $10 minus the $1 back, for a total of $27. The bellhop has $2. If you add those together, that's $29. But wait, they originally paid $30. So, where did the missing dollar go? This is where the puzzle gets interesting. The bellhop has $2. If you add those together, that's $29. But wait, they originally paid $30. So, where did the missing dollar go? This is where the puzzle gets interesting. If you add those together, that's $29. But wait, they originally paid $30. So, where did the missing dollar go? This is where the puzzle gets interesting. The trick lies in how we frame the problem and the math involved. Where did the missing dollar go? This puzzle plays on how we frame the math problem. It's a classic example of misdirection in mathematics. The key is to carefully track where each dollar goes and not be misled by the way the problem is presented. This puzzle plays on how we frame the math problem. The key is to carefully track where each dollar goes and not be misled by the way the problem is presented. The total amount paid by the friends is $27, which includes the $25 for the room and the $2 kept by the bellhop. Take your time, try to spot the flaw in the logic, and see if you can crack the case of the missing dollar. It's a fun exercise in logical thinking and attention to detail. Remember, the solution lies in understanding the true distribution of the money. Chapter 4. The Missing Dollar Puzzle Solution. Today we dive into one of the most intriguing and perplexing puzzles that has baffled many minds over the years. This puzzle is not just a test of your mathematical skills but also your ability to think critically and avoid common traps. The secret to solving the missing dollar puzzle lies in exposing the false comparison being made. It's a classic example of how our brains can be tricked by seemingly simple arithmetic. We're led to believe that the $27 the guests paid and the $2 the bellhop kept should add up to the original $30. This assumption seems logical at first glance, but it's where the puzzle cleverly misleads us. But that's where the puzzle tricks us. The confusion arises because we are not accounting for the distribution of the money correctly. Here's the correct breakdown. The guests paid a total of $27, that's true. However, the way this amount is divided is crucial to understanding the solution. Of that, $25 went to the hotel for the room, and the remaining $2 went to the bellhop. This division is key to unraveling the puzzle. The error is adding the bellhop's $2 to the guest's $27. This addition creates a false total that confuses the actual distribution of the money. Why? Because that $2 is already included in the $27. The $27 already accounts for the $2 given to the bellhop. We're essentially double counting that money. This double counting is the core of the puzzle's trickery. The puzzle preys on our inclination to make quick calculations without considering the bigger picture. It's a reminder that sometimes what seems obvious might be misleading. It's a reminder to slow down, examine the assumptions we make, and approach problems from different angles. By doing so, we can avoid falling into such traps. Often the most obvious answer is the one that's carefully crafted to mislead us. This puzzle is a perfect example of how our initial assumptions can be deceptive. Did you avoid the trap? If so, congratulations. You've demonstrated a keen eye for detail and a strong ability to think critically. You've successfully navigated a classic mathematical maze. This puzzle is a testament to the importance of careful analysis and critical thinking. Ready for one more challenge? Stay tuned as we continue to explore more fascinating puzzles and brain teasers that will test your intellect and problem-solving skills. Chapter 5, The Two Doors and Two Guards. Teaser. This next one is a real logic puzzle classic. The Two Doors and Two Guards. Imagine yourself in a magical castle facing two doors guarded by two guards. One door leads to freedom, the other to eternal imprisonment, but you don't know which is which. You're allowed to ask one guard one question. Here's the catch. One guard always tells the truth and the other always lies, but you don't know which guard is which. What question can you ask to guarantee you choose the door to freedom? This one is all about crafting a question that cuts through the deception and reveals the truth, regardless of which guard you ask. Think carefully, the solution is deceptively simple but incredibly clever. From ancient riddles to mathematical mysteries, we've journeyed through some of history's most intriguing brain teasers. We've explored the cyclical nature of life with the Sphinx, outsmarted misleading math and the missing dollar, and hopefully, you've devised a cunning question for those tricky guards. Remember, the true joy of riddles and puzzles lies not just in finding the solution, but in the process of stretching our minds, challenging our assumptions, and expanding our thinking. So, keep that curiosity alive, and if you have any favorite riddles or puzzles, share them in the comments below. Who knows, maybe we'll feature them in a future video. Thanks for joining me on this brain-bending adventure. And don't forget to subscribe to Puzzle Box for more tips and tricks.